Did you know that the game Halo 2 was delayed for PC release because one of the developers had hid a picture of his backside in the game? You're listening to the Xbox Hub Podcast, the official podcast of the TheXboxHub.com. For the latest Xbox news, reviews, videos, and opinions, make sure you visit the TheXboxHub.com. But for now, settle down, get comfy, and open your ears for some podcast delights. Hello, and welcome to the Xbox Hub Official Podcast, episode number 59. My name is Gareth Briley. I'm going to be your host, and on my virtual left, as always, is Mr. James Burks. How you doing, James?
I'm not too bad, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. And on my virtual... All right, don't get too carried away. On my on my virtual right is Mr. Richard Dobson. How you doing, Richard?
Good evening, guys. Good, thank you. How are you?
Oh, good, thank you.
Welcome back, Richard.
Welcome back.
Thank you very much.
It all went wrong last week because I apologise to everyone. I gave everyone the wrong episode number. I know some people are really on that and they're writing them down. I said 38 instead of 58, so I apologise for that.
And you got William's name wrong.
Oh, poor
Bad
William.
week.
Poor William.
People are used to that by now, though, surely.
I know, it's really bad. What have we been up to this week? James, what have you been doing? Anything fun?
Well, fun's a bit of a strong word. I never have fun. But I had another concert this last weekend. Online concert.
Explain. So what have you been doing? You've been online...
In the past few weeks, I've been watching various online concerts for Korean music, essentially. So we started with a rock concert a couple of weeks ago. That was great, a dream catcher. And then there was a reggaeton hip hop concert.
Yeah.
Which was very out of my comfort zone, but it was great. And then this past weekend was a bit more of a pop concert. It was quite good because they tied the whole concert together with like video packages. Like at Eurovision, they would have a little video package.
Oh yeah, like to introduce the country, and they kind of do something.
That. It's like a mermaid story. It was a bit weird. It was quite an enjoyable concert, considering, you couldn't be there in attendance. It still worked because it was fantastic sound and great performances. And a little bit of interaction because they were reading the online chat thing.
Right.
While they were having a break. That was good.
So what do you mean? Did you get to say something about what's going on?
Well, there was thousands of people writing messages, commenting. So they didn't read them all, but they read a few out.
Was it like the Xbox announcements or the PS5 things? Just mad people writing stuff in there.
It was just in tens or hundreds of different languages.
Wow.
It was a global chat. Everywhere. That's what's good about online concerts, so it doesn't matter where you are, you can watch it.
Yeah.
It's great. I look forward to more.
Yeah, what have you got next? What have you got planned next?
Well, there's a rumour there'll be a Blackpink concert in the works in the next couple of weeks. So I'll be watching that, hopefully.
Good. There you go. Now, can I ask you, how much is it to get a ticket for one of those online concerts?
They vary. One was 30.
Right.
And one was, I think, 40.
40 quid.
30.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how long do you get for that?
Well, they're about 2 hours.
All right, that's good.
The one this week was 2.5 hours. The encore.
Wow.
The extra half hour.
Who asks for the encore?
Well, nobody.
Wow.
It ended, and then next minute it said, the encore is coming. I'm like, what? Okay. and then they closed it before.
That's not.
Before it even began.
They've lost the definition of encore. You need people going. They need to walk off and say good night, everyone, and everyone cheers, and then they come back on reluctantly, and they do the song they prepared. Oh, yeah.
No, that's the only thing that doesn't work. The encore.
Right.
It makes no sense.
What they should do is just switch off the feed, and then it just suddenly appears again, and they go, "Oh, okay, one more." Yeah. Good, thank you. I'm looking forward to hearing that next one. Richard, what in the hell have you been doing this week?
Right. So I don't know if you guys were aware, but there's a guy on Twitter this week that is quite well known in those parts for being a bit of a gamer, but also talking down about 99% of games. So there's like a 1% that he actually likes, and won't mention him. No, it's not you actually. But his game that he was attacking this week was Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Sort of going on saying that the combat's abysmal in it. But then he also went, let's check Metacritic and see what people have put. And because Gareth's review would give it a 5 out of 5, that was top of the pile basically on Metacritic.
Wow.
So I've chose this one and said, oh, look at this review, which I'd seen, and then sort of sarcastically replied saying, oh, thanks for sharing our website's review, because I'm of the opinion that any publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, good.
So I sarcastically said, thanks for sharing this, and he sarcastically replied saying, oh, no worries. And then a couple of days later, I got a notification through from Twitter saying that someone had liked to reply to my tweet, which was someone liking his no worries tweet. And I'm not. I don't get many notifications through from Twitter, so when I do get one, I will always check it. And I checked the name of the person that liked his tweet, and it was a guy called Lee Gaze, who people may know. It's sort of like a name that will be in the back of their heads for anyone that was a fan of a particular band in the early 2000s. But he is, strangely, he's the guitarist from Lost Prophets.
Oh, okay.
And I won't. Yeah, so Lost Prophets were a band that aren't a band anymore for various reasons, and I won't go into why.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I think ultimately the remaining members of Lost Prophets are aware that the Xbox Hub exists.
Well, there you go. That's good. Very good. Also, another fan of Valhalla this week was John Carpenter, the director of the Thing, and what other things he's directed? Halloween. He was a big fan. He's put a tweet out this week how he loves the game. So it's me and John Carpenter, the top of Metacritic.
Have you read your review yet?
No, he hasn't read the review. No.
I'll pass it on to him.
Yeah, pass it on to John. Well, that was good.
Second stop, John Carpenter.
Yeah. Good, Richard. That's very good. Now I've got something to say. Did you both see? You might have seen this story, and it came out a few days ago. And I'll talk it through first of all. It got my interest. These group of scientists in the Utah desert were in their helicopter, and they're tracking sheep and their migrations, and they're in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of Utah desert. They're tracking these sheep, and then they suddenly stop in the helicopter and go, "What's that down there?" And they go down, and they see something strange. And as they go in this kind of rocky awkward, there's a 12-foot high monolith, like in the film 2001 AD, but a little bit smaller. Black metal, stuck in the sand, like embedded in the rock and just standing there in the middle of nowhere. And so this story caught everyone's attention. So what people have said, of course, people go, is this an alien monolith like the 2001? But a lot of people think, no, hold on, I think it's like an art installation. And they sort of did some people doing research, and they tracked this artist who did create these kind of metal objects, but has now died. And the gallery are also saying, half of them are saying, "Oh yeah, it could be him," and the other half are saying, "No, I don't think it is." It's because, and the thing about this as well, you can't. It's really hard to get the stuff there. It's a heavy bit of equipment, and there's no access to kind of roads or anything, so it'd be really hard to get the stuff there. So at the moment, it still creates a mystery. So have a little look at it. It's really interesting. And what's really interesting about it, I really like it, because I think it probably is a bit of art. I like the idea of like some things are just made. It's like in a game when you discover a kind of secret area, or you discover something, in the middle of the map.
Like an Easter egg.
Yeah, or like the developers made that surely not everyone's going to see, but they've made it anyway. And there's something quite beautiful about it. I really like that as well. And when I was talking about it, my partner Bernadette, she said about some of the early cave paintings, which I really liked. People fell down sort of like really deep caves that had hardly any access, and in there they found kind of handprints, really early Stone Age handprints. And then they kind of realised, when we talk about art, we think of art that everyone needs to see it, and actually some people just make stuff that not many people will see, or no one will see, and there's something of interest in that. What do you two think?
I saw this article and I was intrigued by it, but then I also saw another article this week about chimpanzees had entered the Stone Age by using tools.
Right.
Which these two stories linked together. Everyone was then sharing this, saying, this is 2001: A Space Odyssey.
This is it. This is a start.
Starts.
Next, there'd be a big embryo in the sky.
So yeah, I was intrigued to see both these stories come out this week.
Wow. James, do you like the idea of this?
I heard about the story.
Yeah.
But I didn't bother reading it.
Good.
I've seen it all in films and TV.
Yeah.
If it is mysterious, it doesn't bother me. I'm not going near it.
No, it's not doing you any harm.
Exactly. Leave it be.
Leave it be. Good. Okay, I like it. Let's get on to games. What have we been playing? Because it's been, there's been there's nothing really major new come out. Is that fair to say this week? But we've sort of got loads of stuff to play. Really high quality games to play. So James, talk about high quality games. What have you been playing this week?
That's a great setup. I've been playing Speed 3.
What the hell is this? What is this?
It's not a second sequel to the Keanu Reeves film.
Cruise Control.
I'm out. It's not a sequel to Speed 2. I'm out.
I know, it's very unfortunate. I wish it was. Because even with a low budget, it was better than this. It's basically a Formula 1 game mixed with Burnout. Now, bear with me, because that sounds a lot better than it is. So it's an arcade game, and immediately upon starting the career mode, you get put into a race. You don't get told anything. You've got to guess the buttons. You've got to guess that you're in the race. And then it just all kicks off. Every car crashes. Every car explodes. And it's just absolute carnage from the moment you start the race.
Wow.
And I mean, you can literally touch the barrier with a corner of your car and it'll blow up.
Wow.
It is ridiculous.
So how does a normal race go then? So it just goes into everything explodes and that's it?
Basically, if you avoid everyone on the first corner, you win. And then when you come round to the finishing line, there's a weird glitch that happens a few times. You see the same car driving in a straight line towards the barrier, effectively killing itself. That's how bad the game is. Even the game doesn't have a part of itself.
Wow. And are you reviewing this?
I am.
Wow.
And I'm not going to give it a 5.
No, you're not going to get a tweet about it in a discussion.
I think the worst thing about it though, they wanted 24 quid for it.
Wow.
And it's such a budget game. There's only 6 areas,
Right.
6 circuits, and one of them is just a circle.
It's mad, these games. There's loads of these kind of games that are really low budget, aren't there? And and then they put them out for that price as well. Who's buying them?
Are you thinking of Firefighter Simulator by any chance?
Yeah. But I can understand the firefighter one and the horse racing one because there's no other games of those. Yeah, and I can see people just going, okay, if we just do that someone's going to buy it because they say, well, I want to play an airport fire simulator. But a racing game it's quite a big market, isn't it? Stuff.
On paper, it sounds exciting.
Right.
Mixing that explosiveness with Formula One, but it just doesn't implement the mechanics.
Has there been 2 others of these, or is it literally just called Speed 3 because of the Speed films?
I think it might be called Speed 3 to make you think that they've had 2 decent games beforehand.
Well, maybe if the developers out there, let us know. Yeah, let us know if there's...
If the developers out there, I am sorry, but it's terrible.
If the developer lets us know, maybe James can review the first 2 as well.
Yeah, complete the trilogy.
Or maybe not.
Good. Richard, what have you been playing?
So, ironically, there was 2 gambling games came out last week, with this week being Safer Gambling Awareness Week. First up was Four Kings Casino and Slots, which is a free-to-play MMO casino, basically, that's been around for many years on PC and PlayStation 4. It finally jumped over to Xbox in the past week or so. Right. So I've reviewed that, and I give it 4.5 stars out of 5.
Wow.
I really enjoyed it. For some reason, it just felt like a really relaxed place. So I tend to play it on an evening when everyone's gone to bed, just for an hour or 2, and I just felt really chilled out by it, despite it being a casino.
So can I ask a couple of questions? So
yes.
You've got a whole range of games to play. What have you got?
Yeah, there's loads in there. So you've got all your traditional ones. You've got blackjack, roulette, craps, poker, a lot of slot machines, all the traditional casino games. But then you've also got a massive bingo hall there, which I spent far too long in there. I really enjoyed the bingo in it for some reason. And there's also a nightclub with a bowling alley.
Well, hold on. What do you do in the nightclub?
You can dance in the nightclub.
Oh, I've got to play this game.
I really enjoyed it. I just thought as an area to sort of spend a bit of downtime. And it's free to play. Obviously, there's microtransactions in it to buy chips and stuff, but there's a lot of free chips dished out to you as well. So every 15 minutes, you're given 250 chips. Right. There's a daily slot to spin to earn chips, and then on the weekend they'll always have certain events with bigger payouts and stuff. So I think you start off at just over 10,000 chips, but my bank balance was always steadily increasing, so I never felt, I might need to dip in to some real money here to buy some chips. Never felt like that at all. It was a really generous game, and I just enjoyed it. Just enjoyed playing it and having something a bit different.
Yeah. And how many chips have you got now?
I got up to, to review it, they gave me 400,000 chips. So I was just walking around the casino like I owned the place for a while.
Throwing money at people.
But then even without that, I think I got up to about 40,000 quite quickly. Okay. And then it's got a level progression system, so up to tier 4, your bets are sort of restricted, so you don't blow it all in one go. But after that, you can bet more freely and try and gamble it all.
Can I ask a couple more questions?
Yeah.
Can you see a live show like a Celine Dion or Elton John?
Sadly not. It's very it looks a lot like Sims in its appearance, so it's not graphically the best thing. But there's plenty of shops you can completely customize your avatar. You don't need to see a show when the casino's got a nightclub.
Wow.
But the soundtrack as well. So in the casino, in the nightclub, it has its own soundtrack. But then when you're wandering around the casino, it plays almost like a smooth jazz soundtrack, which just fits perfectly for some reason.
Second question: is there a hotel that you can stay in?
Yes, there is. Unfortunately, you can't invite anyone back to your hotel room.
I wasn't thinking that, Richard. I don't know what you were thinking that.
Oh, that was my question.
Yeah, you sort of get given a hotel room. I don't think there's much you can do in it. It's where you basically change your avatar's outfit and stuff. But you can buy...
Go and cry.
Yeah, after you've lost
yeah.
You can buy better rooms if you wanted to. I haven't found anything else you can do in the rooms other than change your outfits. But yeah, the option's there.
And the last question is, can you do a heist on the casino?
No, it's got very good security.
Okay.
There is one thing that you can do. So as part of the review package that I got, there was a thing called a chip bomb, which basically you throw something on the ground and then your avatar almost becomes illuminated for others to see. And then every so often you'll drop chips on the floor, then they'll follow you around like Pied Piper of Hamelin, just chasing you around for all these chips, which is a lot of fun. You can throw you can start a dance party which unlocks all the dance emotes for everyone, or you can just let them follow you around whilst you're dropping free chips.
And is it online? Is everyone playing at the same time?
Yeah, it's an MMO, but
okay,
good, really good.
Good, I like that. I've been playing NBA 2K21, the next gen version of it, and I'm reviewing that at the moment. When we come to these games, there's not many of us who are kind of like you've got an American affiliation with sports, so it becomes quite hard for us to do the reviews sometimes. And it's the same with the NBA games. I can't remember who did the original one, the one that came out in September. One of us did it.
You did it.
I don't think I did. I did a Let's Play of it, but I didn't do Richard.
It was the other Richard.
Other Richard. But I'm doing this one. But what I did do is I watched the Netflix documentary with Michael Jordan that I've forgotten the name of, which I loved. That happened in about September time. And yeah, it was brilliant. And so I'm playing it now, and I'm playing the career mode. And it's next gen wise, it looks amazing. It does look amazing. It looked amazing before, but now the kind of our old friend ray tracing with a kind of shine on the core. He's done a good job. It's really interesting. So it's just they all look, all the sweat on the kind of characters. When they're playing, it looks amazing. And then of course you have this career, this little kind of story that plays out with your own character you create. Mine's called Barry Bozza. He's doing very well. And yeah, it's really good. And do you know what? I'm really into the games again. I'm really into playing the basketball game. It's like we play the football games, FIFA, and we know the game. We know how football works, and we know. I'm sort of playing every game, and I'm still trying to work it out. But that makes it more enjoyable. It's not. It's quite. You can be quite forgiving, and it's quite an interesting format. And the commentary and the way it kind of plays itself out just feels. At the moment, I've played quite a lot of it. It's just really plays well. The kind of animation of the characters, the way they move, it's just really smooth. It's great. I'm really into it. I'm kind of thinking because I'm not going to finish the game because it's huge, but it's great. It's really. You've played him before, haven't you, James?
Yeah, I think the career mode's always the most in-depth in the market of sports games. They always put a lot into it.
Yeah.
Especially with the cutscenes. They don't spare any money on that.
No.
I wanted to know what's your position?
I am
Don't say shooter.
No, I'm an attacking forward. I'm on the left, I think.
Oh.
I didn't go. I normally go for centre, but I didn't go for centre this time. I went for there. But I'm huge.
Yeah.
I'm about 6'11". So it's like it's brilliant because at the moment I'm still sort of going through the college football because you go through some high school, college stuff, and I'm like I seem to be bigger than anyone else. It's great, but I can't move very
They're
fast.
like 12 years old. And you're there since 11.
Yeah. But it's great. But then you've got this new thing for the next gen called City thing, and at any point you can go to this these courts. I think we talked about it last week. So the idea is that you get an affiliation with these kind of street courts, like and you basically go and play people on a kind of on a court in the street. But at the moment, I've done it a few times, and I've got to now put some more hours into that this weekend. But at the start of it, you just basically turn up by the side of the court. There's people playing like an MMO. They've all got the different, and you sort of wait at the side. You've got a little place that you wait your turn.
Yeah.
I waited for half an hour. No one wanted me to pick me. I thought this
Wait till they do pick you, and then they realise.
Not again. So I can't work out. Is this? Have I done this wrong? Is this the way it is? Because I need to do this
That's just
first
the way
of
it
all.
always has been.
Oh wow!
Yeah, you just sit and wait your turn. Like in the fighting games, where you wait to play the king of the hill.
Wow!
It's the same matter where you wait.
Just wait.
Or find a different court.
Well, I did. That's all the courts. They were all full up.
Jesus.
I know. Yeah, so that was a good hour.
Game out there. It's a wreck.
Barry Bozza
Let you on.
looking for a game. Maybe I got into that Twitter guy. Barry Bozza looking for a game. Good. What else have we been playing? Let's do. Richard, what else have you been playing? I'll go to James.
The second gambling game I played was Poker Club.
What? Sorry.
Sorry?
I didn't know what you said. Sorry, I thought you said Poker Club. I was getting worried. I didn't know what.
It's a visual novel.
Yeah.
This one is a paid game. This was not free to play like the other one, but this one's purely focused around Texas Hold'em instead.
Right.
And this one was far more optimized for the new consoles than Four Kings was. But I didn't like this one as much. It launched with a few bugs, which didn't help. So one of them was at one point it would just stop going around the players' turns for some reason, and the only way to fix it was to quit out, and then you would lose your money. But then there's bugs like if you've got first person view, and if you tend to look at a character, they'll just sparkle on the edges of like their arms, and the face will just sparkle when it's on the edge of the screen. It makes no sense, but it doesn't look very good at all.
What do you mean? Like, what's that thing? The vampire thing? It's Robert Pattinson.
Maybe a little bit, but it seems to do it like the colours of the rainbow. Wow. It's just very bizarre. And also if you go away from the game and then come back to it after a period of time, the sounds awful. It sounds like an old wireless radio crackling away.
Oh God.
It was just I think I was more anticipating that one than the Four Kings, but I enjoyed Four Kings a lot more.
That's interesting.
Four Kings has poker as well, but it just seems to do it all a lot better.
It's really hard, this, isn't it? Because you can play really good games of poker in Red Dead, or like you said with other things. Why would you get a whole game on it?
Yeah, one trick pony.
Yeah.
It's by the guys that did Pure and Pure Hold'em. So as games, they look really impressive, and I think that's what they've tried to go for, is that it's more visually impressive than other games where you can just do poker as a bit of a mini game.
How much is it?
That was £20.
That's a bit
They
steep.
are they are putting out a roadmap in the next week or two, I believe, sort of saying this is everything that's going to be coming.
What can
But
we add to it?
as a review, I was just like, hold off for the time being.
More sparkles.
No more.
Different decks.
Oh dear me. Right, good. James, have we got another game to talk about?
I've got tons of games. But I did have a go at. Well, I tried to get back into Destiny 2
Oh yes.
this past weekend.
Yeah.
I believe you were there, Gareth.
I was there as well, yeah.
It was a confusing first hour.
Hour and a half.
It was so bizarre to go back into that world when you've been out of it so long.
You don't know what to do, where to go. We spent 20 minutes looking for where your ships were stored. We literally were walking up and down the main area going, now, do we take this? Where? Yeah, fell off.
4 times. And that was before we even got any guns.
Yeah.
We weren't allowed them. But yeah, was it the Forsaken DLC?
Yeah.
We started. It's great fun once you get into it now. Because everyone was there waiting for us. And they were doing all our killing.
Yeah.
We had nothing to do, really.
No, it's great.
But no, it's... I don't think visually it stood the test of time. But gameplay-wise...
But has it been optimised for Xbox Series X yet? I don't think it has. Because it doesn't say that on my...
No, it doesn't, does it?
No, I think it's got...
think the enhanced version will look better.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's next couple of weeks, I believe.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's always good to, as we found out, start again. So you've got no guns, no armour, we had nothing, did we?
No. It was good, though. It's good to get to know those characters again. And
Well, your character was a little bit better off than mine.
mine had some
I was
wings.
like your apprentice.
You were. Yeah, we'll look forward to going back to that again.
Yeah, I think it's on Game Pass. I think I'd advise anyone that's missed out to start playing it now.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's so much content.
Yeah, definitely.
And the gunplay is second to none.
Good. Now, I'm going to move us on to news because we haven't got long because we're going to do a quiz.
Quiz?
A quiz, I know, exciting. But we're going to just quickly go through some of the news. Now, it's quite slow at the moment because we've had the main bulk of stuff, haven't we? Let's have a little look at Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs Legion online delayed. What's going on there?
It's been delayed. Just the online bit now.
So that was meant to come out when?
Next week, I think.
Yeah.
Next Friday.
Okay.
But yeah, they're still having problems with the single player, so they've decided to put that on hold until the single player's fixed.
Are you having problems with the single player, you two?
Yes.
Are you?
Yeah.
What's going on?
It's just not auto save at all.
Oh no.
So I've lost. I think last time we spoke about it, I just encountered the northern lady who I can't remember her name of.
Oh yeah.
That's it, yeah. And she advises you to go to that Sky Larson's house. So I did all that, and then when I next came back onto it, it had not saved, so I had to do all that again.
Oh no.
So but they've said that the patch to fix that isn't coming out for another couple of weeks. So until then, I'm just not going to touch it.
No.
What I found quite surprising though is that the next update that they're bringing out, they're only adding the manual save to the PC
On
version,
PC, yeah.
which is mad. Bring it to all of us.
Yeah.
One
We all
problem
need
this
it.
system doesn't have the issue, I don't think either.
It's silly.
I think there's a problem with the smart delivery stuff and the optimization at the moment. I think this is something because I've got Call of Duty, which I've just reviewed, and they put a patch out on Friday, and it just started crashing. It just turned my Xbox off. In the middle of the game. And I was like, oh no, my Xbox is knackered. This is a nightmare. And then went online on Twitter, and it was like, no, everyone's having this problem. And Activision didn't respond. And then I sort of looked on, and someone said, just turn your ray tracing. Get rid of ray tracing. Turn him off. And I turned him off, and it worked.
Yeah, get rid of ray tracing. Go down to 720p.
Yeah.
Play it on the Xbox One. You'll be fine.
Yeah. I know. So that was that. So I think there's a lot. I think all the games are having lots. I mean, Assassins has just done. I didn't have any problems with Assassin, but they've just done a patch today, doing their kind of issues maybe, and they've made it so you can have two performance. You can either a quality 30 frames per second option, or you can have 60 frames per second and it does it yourself, which it's kind of been doing anyway. But yeah, I don't think there's one that hasn't had one at the moment.
NBA?
I think that's had problems as well. I haven't had any problems with it. Yeah. Yeah. No.
You had to pay for that, didn't you?
Yeah, you did have to pay extra, didn't you? Yeah. Good. So when's it coming out? 2021, Watch Dogs Online?
Yeah, sometime in 2021 now.
Yeah, if they can't get the single player right, we need to have a go at it. No. Good. Red Dead Online is becoming a standalone game, isn't it? For $4.99. Well, of course, if you get the main game, you can get it for free. But yeah, you can just buy the online stuff for £5.
I don't know. If it's for free if you own the main game.
I've
not seen anything to suggest that. I think that's why they're releasing it now at a discount until February, because anyone will need to buy it now at the cheaper price.
So if you've got Red Dead now, and then suddenly you've been able to play the online for free, well, they're going to charge you for it.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be available to people that already own it.
Wow.
That's bad.
I've not seen anything to confirm that, and I've not seen it in any of the articles.
Right, okay.
Apparently it will need up to 123 gigabytes as well. It's quite a big download.
Do you know what? I've got 84 gigabytes left on my... Oh my God. Right. Wow. And the Assassins are going to do the little, which I talked about in my review, the dice game in there that I've forgotten the name of. That's going to get... That's it. That's getting a physical version as well. So they're going to do a little... Which is great, yeah.
What is the game like? I know it's got dice, but...
It's like, I said last week, it's like a dice game, like a mixture of dice game and those kind of like card games where you have...
It's quite generic. Dice games and card games. There's quite a lot of games.
Casino.
Hearthstone, like that game. When you have sort of magical spells, you take, certain bits of attack, you have defense dice, you can use you
don't get dice in Hearthstone, do you?
No, that's what I'm saying. It's a mixture between a dice game and one of those games.
Oh.
Or else I'd just say it's a card game. Yeah. It's good.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I'll buy it on its own, but it's good. I enjoy it. I've played a lot of time with it. Let's talk about FIFA, which is getting an update next week. Is that right? I think it's next Friday or something. Maybe I've made that up.
Yes. 4th.
Yes. So 4th of December. So that's got some... It's their little release of what the differences are this week for the new... So many. James, what's the highlights?
Can I narrow it down to just 2?
2, yeah.
We've got an enhanced match day atmosphere.
Yes.
Like when you're watching Sky Sports and the team buses arrive and the players walk in with the headphones on.
Yep.
To the changing rooms. You get to see that now. So the bit that you fast forward throughout the room for,
yeah,
when it's on telly, you can watch it in the game now.
And the bit that you fast forward when you ever play a game, you watch the first one and you go, no, let's just move on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's a new camera angle as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, called Gamecam. Apparently it's so you can experience the atmosphere and the visual upgrades with the better angle.
Wow.
I mean, I don't think I'll use it. I've used Telecam since 1996. I'm not changing it now.
Okay, so we've got other news bits, but maybe we'll do these next week because we haven't got time. We've got to do the quiz. So what about we'll leave the baby sim and the Dreamhouse game till next week.
It's a slow news week.
It's a slow
You've
news.
got a baby sim
Yeah.
and a Dreamhouse game.
Don't say anything else about it. No, don't. It's hot
People want
stuff.
to hear about this.
Yeah, exactly. Richard, over to you. Quiz.
Thank you. So yeah, it's been a few weeks since we did a quiz. I think. I believe the last one was towards the end of September. And with it being Thanksgiving today, I tried to do a Thanksgiving gaming themed quiz, which was difficult, really difficult. I think there's 6 questions related to turkeys. We'll see how we go.
Good.
Turkey isn't an answer, but they are turkey related.
Okay.
Good.
So yeah, it's just same format as before. 15 questions. Need you to buzz in if you think you know the answer. Gareth is low buzz. James is high buzz.
Good.
Thank you. Just checking it's still working. And then I'll tot up the scores at the end. There's some hard questions because there's not that much related to Thanksgiving and gaming.
Oh,
Unsurprisingly.
It's also quite a British view of Thanksgiving, which is probably why there's 6 questions about turkeys. Because I don't know much else about it. I'm really selling this.
you are, Richard. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go straight in. So question 1. In bowling, what is a turkey? James?
Is it 3 strikes in a row?
Well done. I didn't know that. Very good.
Question 2. In Yakuza 0, what animal named Nugget is awarded for getting a turkey in the bowling minigame? P.S. It isn't a turkey. Gareth?
A dog.
No. James? Do you want to hazard a guess?
Panda.
A panda?
Yeah.
No. It's a chicken called Nugget.
Wow.
Some of the questions are based on the question before, if that makes sense.
Right. Okay.
I've asked a Thanksgiving question, then I've asked a question, hopefully gaming related to the question before.
Oh, okay.
We'll see if it makes any sense. Question 3. In 1993, who was the first video game character to appear in the traditional Thanksgiving parade? Gareth?
Was it Mario?
No.
Oh, damn.
Can you repeat the question?
Yes. In 1993, who was the first video game character to appear in the traditional Thanksgiving parade?
Ooh.
James?
Was it Sonic?
It was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh.
Get in.
Well done. That was a good move by Sony because that Sonic would have been quite young still, wasn't it? To get them in. Yeah. Wow.
Question 4. In 2001, who replaced Sonic in the parade?
Oh.
I think that was James Just.
Was it Crash Bandicoot?
No, good guess, considering the time, but no.
I was going to say that. I'm going to say Metal Gear Snake.
Listen,
It was actually Pikachu.
Oh. Wow.
yeah, no, no.
And then question 5, in 2014, Eruptor was added to the parade as a third video game character. But what game are they from?
Eruptor. Oh.
Level 3.
Yeah. If you think of, there was a big boom in Toys to Life games.
Oh.
James?
Skylanders.
Yes, well done.
Well done, James. This is not my game.
What is?
Question 6. Lamar Jackson is on the cover of Madden 21, but what team does he play for? Is it the Baltimore Ravens, Kansas City Chiefs, or New York Giants? James?
Is it Chiefs?
It's not.
Is
Yeah,
it?
50-50.
Is it?
Baltimore Ravens.
Is it the New York one?
No,
Oh,
unfortunately.
damn, I can't even get a 50-50.
Question 7. Which 2 NFL teams always play a home game on Thanksgiving? Is it Houston and Pittsburgh, Washington and Atlanta, or Detroit and Dallas? I'm going to go Gareth on that one.
I think it's Detroit and Dallas.
He is, well done.
Yeah, I don't know why. I think I know that from a film. That's why.
Question 8. Which fantasy board game takes American football and throws orcs, trolls, and elves into the mix? James?
Is it the Mutant Football League?
No. That's not the one I've... Gareth?
Oh, I know what it is.
Is it Warhammer Bloodbath?
I'm going to give you that.
Ah,
It's
good.
Ball.
Blood
I'll give you
Bowl.
that.
Ah, thank you, Richard. James doesn't
Yeah.
agree.
I'm not having that.
I think it was the Warhammer that awarded you it,
Good, thank you.
knowing where that. Question 9. Which shopping day follows Thanksgiving? James.
Black Friday.
Well done.
And then related to that, question 10. Which Tom Clancy game series starts on Black Friday 2015? Gareth.
The Division.
Done.
Oh.
Question 11. In Animal Crossing New Horizons, what is the name of the turkey chef? James.
Is it Gobble?
Should be, but it isn't. Gareth.
Is it Friday?
Ooh, that's almost close. It's Franklin.
Ooh.
I thought you were going to say it then for a second.
Oh, damn.
So yeah, this is the part where you can tell I really struggled to find questions because that one was very hard. Question 12. Turkey Please is a 2019 adventure game that released on mobiles and which handheld console? James?
James, are you alright?
Is it the Switch?
It's not.
Is it the I don't know what else there is. The Game Boy.
Big Game Boy.
It's in the middle of those two. It was the 3DS,
Ah.
which I was surprised to see a 2019 game on
Yeah.
Yeah, is it still got games?
there. Yeah. Question 13. In which game do you throw snowballs at rabid mutated turkeys?
Wow.
James?
I'm not completely wrong. Is it South Park?
It's South Park. Well done.
Well done, James.
Get him.
Question 14. What vegetable are closest to yams? Gareth?
Butternut squash?
No. Close, but no.
Ooh.
James?
I have no idea. I'm going to guess a vegetable. Is it celery?
No. Sweet potatoes. I
Oh,
think.
of course, yeah.
Ah,
Of course.
definitely.
Celery.
I don't know.
Oh, wow.
What even is a
And-
yam?
It's traditional Thanksgiving food, I found out today.
Oh, okay.
And finally, question 15. Which dinosaur survival game releases super turkeys into the wild for Thanksgiving?
Ooh.
James?
Is it Ark?
He's well done.
Well done, James.
So if I quickly tot up the scores,
I think James has won by a lot.
James has 6, Gareth has 3.
Well done, James.
I'm looking down.
Not my game,
I
is
just
it?
know more pointless knowledge.
Very good.
Richard.
Well done, Richard. Another
Thank
great
you.
quiz. Well done for
That's
that.
the Thanksgiving quiz.
Very good.
Looking forward to the Christmas one.
I
Yeah.
think I might be a bit easier.
You can make it hard. You can try.
Could do.
Very
Did I
good.
do one for Christmas next year?
I don't know. You might have done, yeah.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
Okay, another Christmas one. Christmas Part 2.
Definitely.
Richard's Revenge. Okay, what are we looking forward to next week, you two? James, what have you got?
Well, I've got a film coming in the post called Peninsula, which is the sequel to Train to Busan. So I'm looking forward to watching that when it arrives.
Still got to watch Train to Busan. Wow.
You need to, it's
I
amazing.
know.
It's the best zombie film you'll ever see.
Okay.
I
Is
had
it-
it saved on my Virgin.
Is it still the same director and same team, or is it?
I believe it is the same director, yeah.
Oh, okay. Great.
So interesting
Yeah.
to see if it, lives up to the hype.
Great. Brilliant. Richard, what about you?
In keeping with the Christmas theme, I'm looking forward to opening my advent calendar.
Oh. What have you got?
What
Chocolates?
have you got?
I have a Lindor one.
Oh,
Very nice one.
Very posh.
Very good.
Yeah, just an excuse to have chocolate on a morning, if anything.
What else are you looking forward to? Anything else?
Immortals Phoenix Rising.
Oh, that's coming out soon, isn't it? When's that out?
It's next. It is next week.
Next week.
Do I want to say Thursday? Next Thursday?
Wow. Do you think that's going to be good?
I think another open world game from Ubisoft in as many months. But I've got high hopes that this one could secretly be the best one.
Oh, could be. It's getting some really nice preview stuff.
And it's looking really good as well.
I've got nothing to look forward to next week. I haven't got anything in my hand at all. I just think I had one game that I got the wrong date for. That was the week after. There might be a game coming out called, I can't remember what it's called. We did an interview with them at EGX a year ago. And I think that's coming out next week on Game Pass. So a game that's coming out next week on Game Pass is what I'm looking forward to. Whatever that's called. I think it's called Until the End. Maybe until something.
Until the end of the week after.
Oh, well, there you go. I'm nothing next week. I'm going to sit on my
You know
own.
what's next week?
What's that?
Paw. A beat 'em up involving dogs.
That's what I'm looking forward to.
You can play that instead.
That's it. That's my game. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Richard, where can we find you if we need to?
I'm on Twitter at Dobbo1912.
James, where about you?
Twitter and Instagram at OKidUKO.
And you can find me at GB Bridie on Twitter and Twitch. But for now, thank you so much, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Right.
You've been listening to the official podcast of TheXboxHub.com. You'll be able to find all the notes for this show at www.TheXboxHub.com/podcast. You can also check out our social feeds on Instagram and Twitter at The Xbox Hub, and search for The Xbox Hub on Facebook.